Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Angela and I'm a trauma-informed self-development specialist, and I teach you how to apply biblical and personal development principles to help you achieve inside-out success in life and business. And I'm coming on real quick today just because there's this story that's been in the forefront of the news about the young lady in Alabama that faked her abduction for whatever reason, and nobody knows. There's a lot of speculation. She's the only one that knows why she did what she did. She's the only one that knows at this point where she went, the mindset that was motivating her to do what she did. And I don't ever believe in judgment. You know, this channel here is a judgment-free zone, but my core message is do the inner work. Do the inner healing. Heal from your trauma, heal from your grief, heal from your loss, heal from those things that made you feel like you were less than, that you didn't matter. Were you bullied? Were you abandoned? Did you feel neglect growing up, in your family of origin? These are things that create scars in the mind, scars in the soul, and they cause us to do things that others would look at and say, why are you doing that? Or that doesn't make sense. And it would not make sense to someone on the outside looking into your life. But when we have issues that we don't allow God to touch, or that even in the natural, if we don't go and seek support, we don't seek help from someone that can possibly help us to reframe the situation, give new meaning to our experience, look at it through a different lens from our observer self, where we're kind of looking at it as a third party, and we can kind of see, well, yeah, that was rational, that wasn't rational, that was helpful, that was harmful. We kind of just do like a replay of our life. And it doesn't mean that we have to relive these harmful and painful experiences. But what it does mean is I have to acknowledge that those things are there. If I'm not well, I have to acknowledge that I'm not well. And if I'm not well, I have to find out what is it that I need to do to get well. Because there's something going on in her that she's not talking about. And I don't mean the recent event. I mean, there is something in her history, something in her past that has caused a shift in her ability to think rationally. And I believe in picking up life lessons, wherever we can get them. And there's this saying that I love, and I don't know who originally said it, but I heard it as this: a fool does not learn from their mistakes. A smart person will learn from their mistakes, but a wise person will learn from the mistakes of others. So instead of bashing her, judging, how about we take a look at it and say, you know what? If it wasn't for the grace of God, or if it wasn't for you doing whatever it was you did to cope in an effective way to get you through your struggle, to get you through your challenges, that could have been you, and that could be me. And actually, when I hit my fall and hit my rock bottom, people looked at me and was like, girl, what is wrong with you? What are you thinking? What are you doing? But when you're in that state, when you haven't done your inner work, you haven't done your process, you don't even know how to articulate what's going on inside of you and what's broken, what's wrong. In the last video, I mentioned that, like, you can be this person presenting yourself. You have all the accolades. You're doing what people would say is the right thing to do. You go to school, you're in relationships, pursuing your career, whatever the case may be. But inside, you're a shell of a person. You're broken. So I just beseech you today. I ask you, I admonish you, please get help if you know you need it. And if you're someone that you're further along, you've done your work, be that help, be that resources, be that source for somebody else. Pay it forward. Whatever you've gotten that has served you well, give that to somebody else. Sow that seed back in the ground so that God can water it and give the increase. So let's just come together as this community that I'm building here and that God is building through me, through this channel, and through all of us that have already committed to Project Restoration. Be God's hands on this earth and be the change you want to see in this world. Model health, model healing, model wholeness for the next person, because you might be that person that could save another human being's sanity or even their life. Love and blessings. Bye-bye.